Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live show match action coming at you right now. It's going to be beginning on MLG's Terminus, ViNNYLoL and Bioice. Terran vs. Zerg, Master, High-Level Master versus Grandmaster. Bioice did make it into GM 2 seasons in a row now. This guy doing a phenomenal job. Vinny, maybe a little bit outclassed, but not very much. I'll tell you what, Vinny is definitely a wild card, and he's one of those players that knows how to play all of the races pretty much. He can definitely play Terran, he can definitely play Zerg. Maybe he doesn't much care for Protoss, but that is okay. You don't have to be good at all of them to be awesome. But he's definitely a wild card. We'll see how this is going to go. I do like a TvZ on this map. That's going to be tons of fun. Vinny, going to be purple. He's going to be our Terran down here in the bottom center, 6 o'clock position. We do have Bioice. He is the red Zerg up here at the 12 o'clock. So cross positions here on Terminus for just a little while. I'm going to be picking the maps. It is not a loser pick scenario any longer. I'm taking that away. You can see me grabbing it by the collar and ripping it towards me. That was just a figure of speech. And quite a terrible one at that. Now it is going to be Bioice working on, I would assume, a fast expand on this map. Probably see a 15 pool out of this guy. Now notice he's going to be sending out a drone scout here. And Vinny going to be working on a wall off here for just a little bit. Probably going to see his barracks go down here momentarily. So good standard openers, I would assume, thus far. We'll keep an eye on it and see if anything is going to change. Bioice here at 14 supply. If he's going to go for a pool, this would be the time. But I would guess that he's going to go 15 hatch. He's at 15 supply, and off goes his drones. Looks like we are going to see a hatch. You can tell by the nice star pattern that he has set up here for this little drone. He's going to be kicking it there for just a little while. We'll be in position the entire time to toss down a hatchery, and there it goes. Nicely done. Back here at Vinny's base, we do have a barracks 50% plus complete at this point. A gas going down here as well. See how he is going to proceed from here. Good stuff. Vinny. Mining his gas here right away. Could see a potential early tech lab out of him. Either that or a 1-1-1 type of build. Orbital command is on the way. The expansion back here for Bioice appears to be 50% complete. We do have a spawning pool going down shortly thereafter, so this should be completing right around the same time, if not slightly before. Just because that build time is a little bit shorter. 65 seconds for that. Let's see what the build time is. 100 seconds for that, so 35 seconds difference. Nice. Bioice going to go ahead and steal this gas from his opponent. Wants to make sure that he does not tech too very quickly. Maybe even see him do some extractor tricking for just a little while. Now we do have a factor going down from Vinny. It appears to be at least Hellions out on the field. Potential for a 1-1-1 as well. Looks like we're going to go ahead and get a reactor out for this Rax. Probably going to see the factory switch positions there. But we do have some units congregating here. Vinny going to go ahead and toss down some bunkers. Oh, cannot let that guy get in. Surrounded. Nicely done. Bioice with some good solid control here is going to keep these guys out of his base. Here comes another Marine for just a bit. Looks like this bunker may be salvaged here. In the meantime, this poor Marine is getting thwarted. Nicely done. Great control there from Bioice. All in very good time. The Queen is now out on the field. She's going to be happily spreading creep down to the southern side of this map. That is a straight shot to his opponent's base. Now back here at this base, we do have Vinny with a stolen gas. Vinny going to be tossing down a command center here. He does have his factory with the reactor. Now is going to be working on some Hellions. We should see these guys cruising out across the map here to stop, number one, the spread of creep. That is the big thing here, as well as map control. We do have a Marine going to be picking away at this extractor for just a bit, but Vinny did take a slight early loss here in this game, losing a couple Marines as well as a couple wasted minerals on those failed bunkers. But all in all, it was a good try. We'll see how he's going to proceed from here. We do have a roach warrant out here for Bioice relatively quickly. Units tab going to show 29 drones to 20 SCVs. So a solid economy right now for Bioice. Notice he's just mining the one gas, no second gas quite yet, but here come your Hellions. They're going to be poking in for just a moment. Let's see what these guys are going to do. Oh, wow, not yet. Looks like they're going to wait for some reinforcements. Here comes more. 1 and 2. That'll be a total of 5. You guys can see how good at math I am. But Roaches here should be able to hold these guys off fairly well. 5 Hellions. Go time, go time. It looks like Bioice should be in great defensive position here with those Roaches. I like how quickly he got that Roach Warren up, tossing down a couple extra Roaches, and still droning up. That is the one thing I want to mention here. He's got 5 in production right now. He's up to 35, 36 now drones. He's got 22 SCVs at Vinny's base, so he's really rocking his economy right now, taking a good, solid economic lead. Notice he went ahead and grabbed his 3rd hatch here. Good stuff. But Vinny not doing bad at all. I mean, he's just got to be careful. The thing with Bioice is he's very good at holding off that early aggression. So Vinny will be pretty good shape here now that he's got his 2nd base down in really good time there. Got it down before the 8-minute mark. Should be just enough. Going to be calling down some mules. His economy going to be kicking into high gear here fairly quickly. Should see him also producing quite a few more SCVs. He's does have his tank tech out. Siege tech will be on the way momentarily. He is going to go heavy into mech here. Now that is part of the reason you see him just slightly behind in that supply count. This tech tends to be a little bit more expensive. Takes a little bit longer to get it out. It does cost a lot more researches, or cost more resources rather, to put up that technology. So you do see a slight discrepancy here, but he should be tailing here fairly closely as soon as we see these buildings pumping out the correct amount of units. So he is going to be going for some Hellions here, as well as some tanks, a lot of siege tanks. So good, solid mech play from him thus far. And all in all, he should be okay. Of course, he is supply locked here for just a moment, so a little bit of an error there. Got to be super careful of that. Does have these Hellions here trying to stop the flow of creep. Always a smart move. And indeed he does, sort of, for just a moment. Here comes more creep tumors. What do you know? But these Roaches here doing a great job keeping these guys out of the mineral lines. Keeping the scouting very low. Here comes some Zerglings to push these guys back. One does get surrounded there very quickly. Looks like these guys are not going to last much longer. Great defense here from Bioice. Nicely done. Vinny did cruise in for just a moment. He picked up a couple lane kills, but all in all, I'd say that units lost is going to tell the tale there, and it does put Vinny slightly behind. Now, it's not a game killer yet, but he does have to be careful with those units early in the game. They did stop the spread of creep. They did get some good scouting in, and that is going to be helpful. Now he's going to be gearing up for what appears to be a nice-looking army. Notice that those supply counts are starting to even out just a little bit. Exactly what we're talking about. Now he's got all his production up here, relatively higher tech, and it is going to be a lot better for him moving forward. So tank's going to be super nice. We do have a 4th base rather going down here for Bioice, taking it down here in the center of the map. Not too bad. Just Roaches, just links for him at this point. Let's just check on that units tab and see where we're at economically. 55 drones to 39 SCVs. A solid lead here for Bioice. Appears to be in good shape. I clapped because there was a little gnat in my room. Those things bugged the life out of me. Cool, so we got melee attack level 1 about to be complete. Bioice does have a Baneling Nest as well. His 3rd base up and running in phenomenal time. This is that one. This is the version of this map where it's not a full expand here, and it didn't have the rocks, I don't believe. Let's just check. Yeah, it didn't have the rocks. But these only had 1,000 minerals to begin with. There's only 5 of them, and the 1 gas. So kind of, it does make a difference, and that is part of the reason you see Bioice taking this early 4th base. Now we do have some good upgrades going down here, centrifugal hooks as well as flyer attack. So we're going to see some mutas here momentarily. It looks like they're already headed out across the field here, and off they go into the mineral line. Looks like there's plenty of air defense here for just a moment. Oh, tanks might get sniped. Indeed. Good snipe here, and there is going to be extremely effective here for Bioice. These Marines got to stay active, got to keep moving, following these guys around. Got to be so careful that these guys don't pick up too many snipes. Looks like this poor SCV is going to die. The command center has been delayed. It probably is not going to go down. So here comes those Marines. They do have no upgrades on them quite yet. We need to see some upgrades here. But Vinny going to be working on some Thors. Now the Thor's going to be a great counter to these Mutalisks, but he did have to cancel that command center there. So That is going to slow him down for his third base for just a little bit. Bioice being extremely cost effective with these units thus far. Scan. What was this? Oh, he was, I think he wanted to call down a, what do you call it, the supply depot thing, instead of scan, but he did both. That is okay. I was like, why is he scanning there? We do have some Thors out on the field. Looks like a nice unit composition here for Vinny. The crazy thing, though, is Bioice now kicking into high gear. He's got plenty of hatcheries. He's got solid economy, starting to float a couple extra mins here and there. And we're going to see this guy really beefing up his forces. Should be able to max out very quickly. Even though we do have our Mutas cruising out back across this field, Vinny going to have to be super careful with his defense here. He's got to get it down. Cannot lose too much units here, as well as gas. He really needs his gas for this build, especially since he's only on 2 base right now. Here come your Thors. Looks like the Thor is going to be able to thwart them, but that gas going down is costly for him right now. Very much so needs that gas. Looks like Bioice going to get even peskier. Going to toss down a Overlord here with some creep to slow down any expansions there. And backing out here with those Mutas for just a little while. Notice his army here. He's going to have a whole bunch of Lings, just a couple Roaches, whole bunch of Banelings as well, and it's probably going to be go time for him. Notice he's almost maxed out. Vinny not too far behind, but those Thors do take a long time to build, and that is definitely going to slow him down. So in the supply count. So this high tech does take longer to get there, but all in all, his defenses should be okay for now. It just depends on whether or not he's got the mobility that he needs to deal with these Mutalisks. Mutalisk's going to be cruising in here. They do have +1 complete. Uh-oh. Hellion's not going to last very long there. Looks like a Thor going to get into position. And Vinny is going to be pulling Pro or SCVs here, and he is going to be cruising out across this map. Looks like he feels it is go time now. He does have a solid army here. He's got +1 attack on these guys. A lot of Thors, a lot of tanks, and wow, a bunch of heal from these SCVs. That repair going to be super effective. You can see the tank's going to be sieging up here, maybe a little bit preemptively, but he's got to be careful. Oh, here comes that force. Tank's going to be sieging up there again. Did unsiege for just a moment. It would have been nice if he had left him there for, I guess, for just a second, but there's the GG from Vinny. Getting caught unsieged there from an extremely mobile army of Bioice. Does take down game number 1. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Game 2 headed at you in just a moment. We'll see you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live show match action. Bioice and Vinny going to be battling it out here in game 2 of this show match. Vinny down 1 game currently. Does it not have one? I guess it doesn't. Maybe there isn't a version that's got it. This is MLG's version, though. I think somebody has to scout it before we can see it, though. I can't remember. Sad face says Bioice. Vinny. So much fun, this guy. Bioice, I'm not sure knows exactly what to make of it, though. Quite frankly, I don't either. I can't tell if he's upset or not, but definitely could be a possibility to see him go for some proxy raxing. But so far, so good. He's not doing that. He's going to go for his standard supply depot here at the ramp. Going to see a wall in. We got somebody cruising down the ramp, and indeed there is no, what do you call it, depot at the bottom of the ramp. A neutral depot, that's the word I'm looking for. Goodness gracious. But Bioice is going to be sending out a scout. I don't know if there is a version of Dual Sight that's got one. I can't remember. Maybe it's I don't know, because I just selected the MLG. Clearly not it, but we do have a drone scout here from Bioice. Does make it into the main here of Vinny. Vinny currently walling off with his racks. He's going to leave a small little hole here. No 2-Rex here. Leave now, please, says Vinny. Funny. Bioice does take a fast expand. A nice, good old-fashioned 15 hatch. Should see him toss down his spawning pool here momentarily. Where does he put it? Let's see where he puts it on this map. Right there is where he's going to toss it. Do have a scout here from Vinny. Vinny going to be poking through here, wants to see what's going on. Looks like standard timings from Bioice. Fast expand, followed by a very quick spawning pool is always a good opener. Not always, I take that back, but so far so good, I think, from Bioice, considering he is playing a Terran. Now we do see a factory going down here for Vinny right away. Looks like he is going to get into that Hellion tech ASAP. Continuing to mine gas, so could be some tech as well behind it. Looks like we are going to go for a bunker. Bunker going down. I think this is just to cost Bioice some mining, but he is going to send out a Marine just in case he can make it happen. But I think that he knows that the Overlord is here, so he is going to stall quite a bit of mining time as he does this. So he's just doing this to try and hit Bioice's economy for just a moment. He is going to go ahead and toss down the cancel there. And probably going to see him back out with this SCV. Might send this Marine in, but maybe a sacrificial type Marine, because the Queen is going to be out on the field here momentarily, and Bioice should be in just phenomenal shape. Back here at Vinny's base, we do have the factory. Guess what he's working on? It is a tech lab, so we're going to be skipping your good old-fashioned Hellion play for just a little while. We do have a starport going down. I assume that this starport is going to switch to the tech lab. We've got double gas. It looks like it could be Cloaked Banshee style. Woohoo! Press 1 if you love Cloaked Banshees. Let's go see if anybody's going to press 1. I'll press 1. I love Cloaked Banshees. I love Cloaked Banshees. Here comes your starport. He is now on a tech lab. Going to get some cloaking field ASAP. And Vinny just going to be playing defensively here. He does have his Marines out on the low ground. Going to try and stop any scouting up to that high ground. He doesn't want anybody cruising up that ramp. So if possible, he's going to take down any of those Lizardlings rather before they cruise up that ramp. But I don't know, maybe not. Looks like that's not a tight wall in either. That's kind of interesting. It's got 2 gaping holes in it, except this one can be blocked by a supply depot. Look at that, Marine going to be kicking it back here, checking those locations for any scouting. Looks like Bioice going to gear up for his 3rd. Does he have any AA at this point? He does not, except for his Queens. Obviously, they count, but no Spore Crawlers or anything like it quite yet. We do have a Hellion is going to be cruising out across the map. Where is this guy headed? Just to the natural here. Not going to check the 3rd. Going to have to back out there fairly quickly. Now, Bioice may start to think that there's a good possibility for those Cloaked Banshees by seeing just the one Hellion this late in the game. It could make him think exactly that, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him toss down an Evo chamber. But there is none quite yet, so maybe Vinny going to be catching him by surprise here in Game 2. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? Now we do have the 3rd base here for Bioice about to complete. No expansion for Vinny on the field quite yet, except for this command center obviously counts. It's just not out in the position that it needs to be yet. So we'll see when he's going to go ahead and move it out. In the meantime, we do have some units going to be cruising around the side of the back side of the map. It is a Banshee. Cloak at the ready. This one already made it into the base. Looks like we are going to get a snipe on a Queen. No detection quite yet. We'll see how Bioice is going to proceed from here. Wow, how many kills did this guy get? 7 kills. Is picking up quite a few worker kills here. Double Cloaked Banshees here. We've got Spore Crawlers going down all over the place. Bioice has to get some down at this point. So he's going to put down 5 of them at this position. Let's see what he's got here. We're going to see 1 is going to complete up here at this main. That is going to be super nice. But wow, these Banshees picking up a lot of kills. 10 and 15 each. Spore Crawlers now at the ready. We should see some Queens up here at this position to stave these critters off. But wow, a lot of damage being dealt here by Vinny. Nice thing for Bioice, he did secure his 3rd. That should help him get back into this game fairly quickly, but he is going to be slightly behind here for just a moment. Doesn't want to lose these gas. Those are super useful to him at this point. He really needs his tech as he moves forward. Down goes the gas there. Looks like these Banshees, wow, 16 kills on that one, 13 on this one. Extremely well done. Here come your Queens. These guys should be able to push them back. Down goes one. One Queen, though, does get sniped there, so nicely done by Vinny. Good to inject Larva here fairly quickly from Bioice. Do have the expand now from Vinny. Down at the ready. We're going to be seeing some mules go down. Units tab going to show 34 SCVs to 36 drones, so while Bioice did take quite a few workers killed, 27 in fact, ouch. He is still going to have a fairly decent economy, and that is due to his superb macro and 3 bases. Extremely nice. Vinny going to call down a mule here, get some in-the-field repairs to this Banshee. Pretty smart play. Here comes your Banshee back into the mix. We'll see what it's going to try and snipe. Picking up another worker kill. Looks like Vinny going to be pushing forward. He does have a bunch of siege tanks. Siege tech obviously already complete. Couple Marines and a Marauder in the mix there, as well as now a Medevac going to be joining this fight. This Banshee air superiority going to be extremely nice. Looks like Bioice gonna need a serious amount of defense here, and he just doesn't quite have it on the field now. He's got a bunch of Lings and Banelings, but those siege tanks could be able to take care of this pretty well. Not quite yet. Oh, but there's still several Marines out on the field. Your siege tanks do make it through. This siege tank looks like it's going to go down, but this Banshee picking up even more kills now, and they are from fighting units, and Vinny going to be cruising forward with the rest of these forces. Siege tank is going to be getting in position to start blasting away at this hatchery. See if Bioice going to be able to stave this attack off. He's going to be pulling drones. Queen does get sniped. That Banshee trying to focus it down and does indeed do so. Looks like this Medevac playing pickup here is actually doing a great job. Bioice in a little bit of trouble, just didn't quite have the army necessary to combat this. Good little push here from Vinny. Vinny is going to be pushing through here. Looks like this hatchery is going to go down here momentarily. I just don't think he's going to have the defenses necessary to deal with that right way. Wow, nice play there from Bioice, picking off a couple units, at least getting them into their red health bars. Ooh, nicely done. Bioice may even hold on to this hatch, but he's just working on Lings at this point to try and get this off. But a lot of reinforcements streaming out across the field here for Vinny. Vinny going to be gearing up for this push in phenomenal time. Bioice going to lose this hatch, unfortunately. That is going to slow him down here just a little bit. But it is go time. Ling's going to take out the tanks. And they almost got the kill on a couple of those Marines, but wow, so many Marines still living through this is absolutely brutal. Bioice got to figure something out to make this happen in production. We do see more Lings. We have a couple Banelings as well. But Vinny still streaming those units out across the map. He seems to be in phenomenal shape. 101 supply to 52. Awesome. Very, very well done here. Bioice just producing units as quickly as he possibly can. Still unable to hold this off. He's killing off a lot of these guys right now, but we now have more medevacs. These guys are going to be able to keep these Marines so alive for very long. That's going to be a lot of heal here. Here comes your big push. Looks like Bioice trying to make his last stand, I think, at this point. Good couple Banelings going to be going off. And taking out quite a few, actually. Not bad. Maybe he'll give it another try because of that. That was fairly successful here. He is floating a lot of minerals. He can't hardly spend them fast enough at this point. He just doesn't have enough hatcheries to make this happen. Now we've got more Marines out on the field here. See how he's going to proceed from here. Now Vinny slowing down, is waiting to gear up for, I think, a lot bigger army before he tries to push up the ramp. That can be a little bit more difficult, but 3 tanks appears to be enough. Good enough number here. He's going to be pushing up this ramp, and it looks like Bioice going to have to make it or break it right here, right now. Indeed. Here come your Lings in from behind. Trying to make it happen. And there's your GG from Bioice in game number 2. That is going to take us into game number 3. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt tab, always alt StarCraft. To see you guys in game 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is game 3 of this little show match here. And I say little, but it is actually quite big. Bioice and Vinny battling it out. Lots of back and forth here. We've had a phenomenal time thus far. Bioice taking game 1. Vinny taking game 2 with some phenomenal Cloak Banshee play, followed by a nicely done tank push. Really, really good stuff. And wow, Bioice extremely strong in game number 1, though with his I don't know, man, it was actually Muta Ling, Baneling with some roaches mixed in. I guess that's what you call that play. Great unit composition from him, great map control, great economy, and phenomenal players for both of these. We got Vinny with some shenanigans. Notice he is going to take the gold, evacuating this position here. Bioice scouting here is now going to be unaware of his opponent's positioning. Let's just check the income tab and see how much of a difference this makes. Notice that Vinny already almost catching up there. Oh, this is interesting stuff. Now this position, I'd say a little bit more difficult to defend. You can't really wall off at this point. So it is going to be slightly behind in his timings now. So he's going to have to work on some serious stuff. Now my guess is here that Bioice should be able to scout this. Notice he's headed that direction right now. And he may even hit the towers because he's just one of those players. Nope, he didn't hit the tower this time. But you can see that Bioice still ahead economically, but does scout it. Is going to be aware. Vinny with the TT. Oh man, Bioice. We'll see how this is going to go, but Vinny does have a little bit of work cut out for him to hold on to this gold expand now. Snow, tell me if you love this or not, man. That this is going to be super interesting. I'm just watching the income tab just for a moment for a little while, but look at that. Vinny keeping up to par here with only 12 harvesters, and Bioice just barely ahead. And notice that he is using some of those harvesters on gas here, so Vinny actually doing a pretty good job economically. He's got himself back into this fight economically after a long flight pattern of this command center. Oh man, funny stuff. We do have some barracks going down in interesting positions. Oh, that's not one right there. That's the neutral supply depot. Just the one racks here. It is relatively proxy. We got one going down here as well. Looks like we'll leave that income tab for now. Let's go watch on your command center. We're going to see some orbital here in just a moment, which means we're going to see some mules as well for Vinny. That is really going to help him mine this gold. Bioice does have his one gas. He's going to be grabbing his spawning pool. Zergling speed, we should see, I would assume, a solid Zergling push from him. It is so difficult to defend this at this position. So we do see a factor going down, and notice he's not walling off his supply line. If it was me, I would put a bunker, or not a bunker, but a supply depot here. You can put one here, or you can just put a barracks here. But regardless, you want to block this stuff off. He did get this side done. This side's still wide open. So he's got to be careful. I mean, if he loses too much of his units here, could make problems for him. Now, we do have him cruising out here with an SCV just to kind of scout things out here for a little bit. Is spotted here. Looks like Vinny going to get killed. Nice job from Bioice. Let's just check the units tab. 16 SCVs to 20 drones. Vinny going to be in okay shape as he moves forward. It was a nice thing for him that he did grab that second hatch. So the interesting thing here for Vinny is how do you expand off of your gold? It does make a difference. So, but he's trying to beef this up here pretty good. He does have a tech lab out. Going to be working on some marauders here, which is an interesting play. He's going to be pumping out some Hellions from his factory. Does have this proxy barrack still working on some Marines. Looks like he may go for a counterattack when he sees some Lings, but here they come right here, right now. Gonna have to kite in there. Lings getting the surround. Looks like this Hellion gonna go down. Here comes more Lings. Bioice making it happen. That early scouting from him, super effective, and look at that. Right, he's saying, Jimmy no! Right into the mineral line. SCV is going to be battling it out here, but a lot of SCVs going down. So many Lings doing so much damage here, and Vinny may be in a lot of trouble. Now, he is cruising in with his Marines. It's going to be a base race situation, but not quite, because that is game. Oh, I had such a cool plan in my head. Oh, well, he says, GG. That happens. Bioice victorious. He will be taking home a small cash prize. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a nice little show match. We'll be gearing up for our low-level tournament tonight. It is the Novice, so don't alt-tab. Always alt-StarCraft. Stay exactly where you are. We'll be going to that here momentarily.